Hey, welcome to the show, El. What's happening, buddy? So, if anybody actually takes a look at the description of today's video, I actually do have a bunch of really good hot topics of discussion for today's live stream. So, today should actually be actually be a pretty fun live stream, man. I don't know if we're gonna be able to take a full 2 hours, but should be a pretty good one nonetheless. So I'm just gonna wait a couple extra moments just to let Bum Shadows get in and let a few other of our viewers to jump in just before we officially start the show. So what's going on with you, El? How have you been, buddy? Man, oh, that thing we were talking about over on Saturday. I don't know, man, but I'm kind of thinking my friend kind of blocked me, dude. Like Yeah, man, I'm kinda think he blocked dude because like, I was kinda looking at some old videos and, like, a lot of comments I used to leave on his videos, like, they're not popping up anymore, so I don't know what happened, man, like, a lot of things have happened in such a short instance, and, like, I'm deeply surprised, so, yeah, man, like, I was just doing a very simple live stream, just kinda showing off the new figures that came in, and apparently, me showing some figures that arrived on a live stream was enough to piss some people off, and now that just doing that was enough to cost me a friendship. Like, it was it was that big of a deal. I'm like, wow, but it sucks, dude. And I tried reaching out a few times, and like I said, there's no response. And now I kind of feel my messages aren't popping up on any of the videos, so I think I'm blocked. So so I just see what happens, see how the next month or so plays out, and if there's no reconciliation, then I guess we just got to move on. I mean, it's not how I want it to play out, but I mean, there's not really much I could do, right? But hey, what's going on, Juliana? I could have been better, obviously. Um, a lot of things around personal life are a lot of problems happening around personal life, obviously. And now, obviously, some friendships are, hanging in the balance, I kind of feel like, and that sucks. Um, a lot of the friendships, obviously, that I have here on YouTube are very important to me because, just one sec.
What's up,
What's
man?
happening, Dwayne?
How's it
Good to see
going?
you, buddy. Not much, buddy. Yeah, I'm just kind of, answering some of the questions here in the comments. I was just saying that I have a ton of topics of discussion for today. So I don't know if you have like anything of interest that you would like to talk about today, but like today is I guess like there's a lot of things trending, newsworthy wise. So there's a lot of things in the description that I feel like could probably take up a good show, good hour and a half if we really spend a lot of time talking about it and obviously interact with the commentators and all that. We could probably have a good hour and a half, 2 hour show, like a really long, fun one. So,
Yeah, no, let's go for it, man. Like I'm gonna be like doing some live streams on my channel too, and I figure I can, tackle the wrestling topics there, but like whatever you want to do here, man, let's just do it.
like, yeah, I mean, as I always said, like, I'm not trying to move away from like collection talk or wrestling talk, but
Oh yeah, sure.
like I've decided that I really don't want to do like regular videos because I love the whole aspect of being able to have like, these conversations with the viewers, instead of, having discussions through comments, have the discussion with the viewers, you know, like so, and and be able to talk about this stuff through live stream. I think it's so much better. So, and I get to hit on a bunch of different topics that are important to me that I'd like to talk about.
Sure.
And instead of making one individual video, be able to talk about like 10 different topics all at one time. So that's pretty awesome too. So,
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, I figure whatever comes up, dude, let's just, I guess, play it how it goes, you know?
yeah, of course. So let's see, trying to read through his comments. I mean, was it that big of a deal? I mean, I don't think so. I mean, I'm trying to like think about how much information I want to share because I don't want to say anything that's gonna, hinder the possibility of, like I said, of salvaging the friendship and everything. Uh, I don't want to say too much. That's like, but I kind of read this message, this YouTube community note that he put up, and even though he never called me out by name or anything, it was a targeted attack on me, and I'm like, and at first I'm like, okay, he won this item. I'm like, oh man, that's awesome. I was gonna reach out, and, congratulate him, and and then I kept reading, and I'm like, oh man, he's angry, and then I'm like, okay, and then I kept reading some more. I'm like, oh, he's really pissed, and then I kept reading and like it was like a targeted attack after. There's probably like 10 things that he wrote in there. Like he kept like consistently attacking after attack after attack. I'm like, all right, this is, I mean, am I like more involved, like more, care more about the friendship than he did? Like, what the hell? Um, like there was one aspect of where he was like making this comment, like how I always overcharged him. I'm like, dude, that's bullshit. Like, why would you even say that? Like, because there was times where, like, hey, uh, I'm on a budget, right? And I can't buy this figure right now. If you happen to buy these figures, can you buy an extra one for me? I'll pay you back when I get my check. Hey man, I got you. I'll order another one, and when it comes in, I'll ship it out to you. Pay me when you can. All right, man. And when it comes in, I'll send you this amount of money. Now, mind you, if I buy it for $50, and it costs, and now for me to send it for me to him, let's say shipping is $8. You really only have to pay me the $50 I paid for it and the $8 shipping. That's all I'm looking for. But if he says, "Oh no, man, I'll send you $60 or I'll send you $75." That's him offering me that money. That's not me saying, "Oh, I'll buy it for you, but I want $75 for it." That has never been what I've requested. But in his comment, he's like, "You always overcharge me." I'm like, that's never been the case. I mean, have I taken that extra money? Yes, because you've offered it to me, and I'm like, hell yeah. I mean, I, I'm doing you a favor by buying this for you, and you're doing me a favor by covering me at the same time by throwing in a little extra for helping you out. So I'm helping you out, and you're helping me out. So I thought it was awesome on both parties. So that hurt that he kind of made that, if that was an issue, like I've always told him, you never had to pay me extra. That was so that was so that hurt that he would make that comment. And and I actually tried reaching out to him today and letting me know about another situation that came up, uh, about this John Cena that came up and was available. No response. So um he wanted the Hogan, and I had extra Hogans, but you guys know I'm a variant collector, and when I got my Hogans in, and I started finding out about all these freaking 10 million variants. Well, shoot, I don't want to go on eBay later on, spend $175 to buy a Hogan because I end up selling the variant, and I need to get the other variant back. So I wanted to make sure that I had all my variants first because I had a variant, I had another figure set aside for him already, so it's not like, he wasn't gonna get the one that I had set aside for him, but, he was criticizing because I didn't, immediately, think of him to ship it out immediately. So that's the situation. He bought his off Target, which was great, and that's what I was congratulating him for. He the whole argument is that I didn't immediately ship him the Hogan that I had extra. And I mean, I can honestly sit back and say, dude, it's mine. And he was saying, "Oh, I'm being greedy." It was his. He knows it was his. He knows I had set it aside for him the entire time. So how was that being greedy? And I wasn't overcharging him. He knows if he wanted to pay the price that I paid for it, it was his for that price. My buddy Mike, did I overcharge him for it? No. He paid what I paid for it plus the shipping price. I mean, I think I came out like $5 or $6 over because it was a black card. So he was willing to pay a few extra dollars for it. So like he paid me $40 for it. So he helped me out a little bit extra on that. So I mean, I wasn't charging him no $200 for it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the situation boils down to. That I'm losing one of my best friends over a freaking LJN freaking Mattel Hogan. That's what I'm pissed off about. Of all this crap that's happening with me financially, with the damn pool, with this crap that's going on with my freaking son, with my freaking fox, and all this crap. Now I have this stuff happening with one of my closest friends over some damn horseshit Hogan, LJ and Mattel figure. So, uh,
Yeah, man. No, I
and
feel
and
for you, bro. I feel for you.
and and I
Go
don't want
continue.
to.
Sorry, I was listening. Go ahead.
Oh no, no, you're good. I didn't want to interrupt you. I'm sorry about that. And I don't want to be coming on live streams and giving my viewers and giving you this burden. When I jump on these live streams, I want to be happy. I want to give positive, talk about stuff. But I mean, because you guys were interested and wanted to know what was going on. That's the scenario. That's the situation about that. Um, and if he watches this and he becomes more pissed off, or maybe he says, reaches out to me and we could rectify it. I mean, that's my hope. Um, if it doesn't happen, like I said, I'm going to lose one of my closest friends, and and that's going to hurt a lot. But I mean, what can I do about it? But
Yeah, man. That's quite the situation. They do say on a pleasant note, bad things come in three. I'm not trying to make light of it, so but
yeah,
that's a hell of a three to like encounter. So, in all seriousness, yeah, dude, like, yeah, it's hitting you from all angles, right? I get it, man. Like, I've been there in different ways, of course, but yeah, I feel for you, man, and I hope that your buddy comes around because as much as I love wrestling figures, friendship and family, I think's a little more important, So I do hope he comes around. You guys can reconcile, man. I do mean
uh,
that.
absolutely. And to a lot of the guys that have left messages earlier, like Ice, yeah, I've seen your message earlier, buddy. Sorry I wasn't able to respond earlier. And of course, absolutely, man. Like I said, I don't have a job. Obviously, I'm retired, and so YouTube, people I meet on YouTube, people I meet on like Facebook, people I meet on eBay, even. I mean, people I buy from, people I sell to. I mean, they become friends, right? And those relationships they're important to me. So every individual person is important. So if I lose a single friendship, I want to try and salvage it as much as I possibly can.
Yeah.
Um, and especially if it's someone that you talk to on a consistent basis. So, yes, the deck is hopefully the pool deck might be finished hopefully by Thanksgiving, uh, at least by the 1st of December if I'm lucky. Hey, what's up, Kelvin? What's your questions, bud? So, Elle wants to know about your live stream schedule. I know you put that one up. You put up the poll about which was the best time.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, man, sorry. I was looking through the comments too. There's like a lot of band questions that was getting distracted with, like because this dude Kevin Jackson in the chat's giving all these choices, and I was like thinking in my head. But I'll just say real quick, yeah, like I'm definitely gonna do one like Sunday at 7, and I'm thinking of doing one on Friday at 8. And then, of course, Waddy, we work together, man. I ain't touching Saturday unless it's in the middle of the day. I might like drop one randomly in the middle of the day, but I leave Saturday night alone. I'll probably say Friday at 8 or and Sunday at 7. So I appreciate it. El. Thanks for asking, man.
Sounds good. For Kelvin, I'll say Metallica for the top question. On the bottom, I got to go with Pearl Jam here.
Kevin, I'll say out of Metallica, Led Zeppelin. I'm a Led Zeppelin guy. STP or Pearl Jam. That's tough. I'll go Pearl Jam though. Oh, while we're here, Alice in Chains or Soundgarden. Another really tough one, but I'll go Soundgarden Slight.
I'm not sure I'm familiar with either one of these.
I like it. Rage Against the Machine or System of a Down's another tough one, but I'm going Rage on that one.
I got to go with System.
They're both great. What do we get? Oh, Disturbed or White Zombie?
Zombie.
Zombie, yeah. I agree. I agree. What do we got? Wow, those are I love those. Those are Prince or Michael Jackson. Wow, I go Prince.
Jackson. I mean,
tough. Michael Jackson though.
I mean, that's easy because Michael Jackson's my favorite singer. So
no, I mean he owned it for a while. I love Prince just because the guitar work and everything, and I'm kind of like a band guy. I don't play myself. I'm not that talented, but I would do vocals with the bands, and like his guitar work is really nice.
Oh, I do want to get into this one thing because I do have some good news. Finally, karma has kicked in, and there is something to boast about. The DoorDash girl that we talked about a couple of weeks ago. Her name was Olivia Rose Henderson. She was finally arrested, and she was charged with 2 counts. I have it written down here: unlawful surveillance in the 2nd degree, and the second one was dissemination of an unlawful surveillance image in the 1st degree. So, I mean, it just seems like nobody ever cares about men's rights, right? And just the most bonehead, idiotic thing that anybody could ever do. I mean, coming onto TikTok, screaming like a freaking lunatic at the top of her lungs. I was sexually assaulted. I'm the victim. I'm like, you're a freaking jackass. That's what you are. I mean, you're delivering food, drop the food off at the door, take a picture showing proof that the food was delivered, walk back to your car, drive away. It is that simple. You're a DoorDasher. The simplest freaking thing in the world. But no, she wants to open a freaking door, even if the door is wide freaking open. What the hell are you doing peeking into somebody else's house? But this man is literally passed the F out on the freaking couch, and you're gonna freaking open the door and take a freaking video of a man asleep, dead asleep, drunk out of his gourd, and accuse him of sexual assault. He can't freaking assault you if he's freaking unconscious. Okay?
Wow.
And so it's so freaking nice to see that it's so nice that the police that they dropped the charges that obviously the attorney's office they couldn't freaking file charges. I mean, what the hell are they gonna file charges for? The man was naked. Okay, he was naked in the privacy of his own home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sexual assault, sexual harassment. No, I mean,
Maybe
what harassment?
breaking and entering, right?
Yeah.
Or at least
So
entering.
and the fact that she put this on TikTok so that she could for clout, right? So she could get monetization for the likes and for the views, so she could earn profit. So this whole thing right here, unlawful surveillance. Well, they didn't put it on here, but so that she could actually get paid, right? And if she didn't report it to the police or order DoorDash until the next day, I'm like, come on. It's nice to see freaking karma coming back. And there's actually people on the internet that was actually defending her when this was first coming out. Now I think like 99% of the people out there were still, against her and telling her what kind of jackass she actually was and how wrong she was. And she was still trying to defend, make it seem like she was in the right. But that one percenter was still coming out like, oh yeah, believe all women. I'm like, no. Believe women when women are in the right, but not in this case. This is an instance where, like I said, she was a jackass. So I love this instance because this is a scenario where you're gonna freaking lie through your goddamn teeth and say you were assaulted, and now people that actually were freaking raped in life, and you're making them look bad because now their cases are being dropped and they can't get no they can't get no what do you call it? Um damn. Now they can't get no they can't get I almost said they can't get no satisfaction. now I'm thinking now I'm thinking Britney Spears over here. Well
No,
shit,
man. I mean, like,
they
it
can't
should
get
be
one.
just, if we're getting, and I believe it, if I want to right, equality for everybody, but that also means, like, if you reverse that situation,
Yeah.
how would it look? You know what I mean? And it's like, so it's hard to, and like, you're in your own home, you expect a certain amount of privacy, like no matter what you do behind closed doors. Like, I think you're afforded that by being a homeowner or a home renter. So that, yeah, pretty much that's a load of crap.
Yeah. You know
Pretty
what have
much.
made this story so much better? If this guy was like 16 years old and freaking passed out drunk after coming home from like a high school party or something, and she was filming him, and then you find out that she put the shit on TikTok or whatever, and then find out that she was disseminating child porn. Oh, that would have been so much better. Then she could have been arrested for child porn too. Oh yes. I would have now we're talking massive felony charges. Forget the damn 4 years that she's looking at right now. Forget the $5 to $10,000 fine that she's looking at right now. No, we're talking now. She's looking at like literal damn sex offender charge. That would have made it so much freaking better. I mean, I don't relish in the downfall of people very often, but and here's I hate this expression because this expression today is overkill. Everyone and their mom are using this expression, so now like I said, it's killed. But it fits this scenario. She effed around, she found out, and she wanted that clout, and now it's biting her in the ass. She wanted that fame. She wanted that 15 minutes of fame. She wanted that viral video. She wanted to become rich. She wanted that clout. She wanted those likes. She wanted those views. She wanted that payday. And now it's gonna cost her. And soon enough, he's that guy in that video, he's gonna end up suing her. And guess what? She's gonna lose even more money. And the only thing that's gonna save her is if he decides not to take her to court or not press charges, which I don't know why he wouldn't. She tried to ruin his life. literally posted naked pictures of him, his name, his address, tried to ruin his life. Why the hell would he not return the favor? So
Yeah. No, that's sort of what I'm saying too. No matter what, like gender, whatever, that's just wrong. No matter who you are, like the guy was like in his privacy, like in the most private, like part of his life being naked. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like seriously, like wow, that's rotten. That's really
right.
rotten, man. But that's what I'm saying. If it was a guy and he went in and took pictures of the girl naked, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's like the golden question because that's constantly coming up, right? And I mean, shoot, the whole Me Too movement with that. I mean, what would happen? If it was a male, would he have been arrested? Probably, most likely. I mean, would lost his job. I mean, definitely. I mean, would he have been on some kind of registry? I mean, I don't know because it's hard to say. I don't know if he would have faced jail time. I don't know. I guess everything is a case by case basis, right? So it's really hard to say. I mean, until we see what happens with this girl, it's really hard to tell. But I mean, we
As you
all
were
assume.
saying, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ben. Sorry,
No,
my bad.
I'm just thinking that we're all assuming that if it was a guy that was filming a girl pass out on the couch, that we're all assuming that yeah, he would face some harsher realities, and that the whole internet would freak out, that this guy was some kind of pervert or something, and everybody would try to be tracking him down and getting him fired and getting him arrested and all that. So the fact that this was a girl that filmed a guy, not everyone is going all crazy about, they're all probably trying to protect her to some extent. Nobody's going out trying to, track down her address or anything like that. So,
Right. Yeah, what I was getting at, I think you kind of nailed what I was saying. I was saying, like, I was thinking, let the evidence speak for itself, but don't show bias either way. If it's
yeah,
like a woman to a man or a man to a woman, let's just keep it equal and let the evidence speak for itself. You know what I mean?
yeah,
That's how I feel
absolutely.
like. I think that's probably the best way to go because it's just unfair. I mean, it happens on both sides. Same with like domestic abuse and everything. It happens from both sides. Women hit men too. So, and men hit women, I'm sure. So just let the evidence speak for itself.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Also, Kelvin down here, he's got some awesome comparisons, some awesome examples. I like this one a lot. Preference between Twilight Zone or Tales from the Crypt.
Ooh.
Now,
Um, I'm gonna go. They're both really good, man. I gotta go Twilight Zone though. I've watched every episode of that, and I think I've watched every episode of Tales of the Crypt too, and that's really close. That's a tough one, and I'm gonna go Twilight Zone just because of the age of it, because it's their OG. I'll say.
I mean, because I grew up, obviously, I mean, when did the original Tales from the Crypt air? Late 80s, early 90s. So, because that's when I grew up watching that, I would go with Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah.
I mean, I was actually watching HBO. I was watching Tales from the Crypt growing up. So, that was, a show that I could remember. The 1960s, there was a lot of those that I watched when I was really young because all those reruns. And my wife has me watching a lot of those shows now because I think they air on like either Disney Plus or Hulu or one of those streaming services. Maybe Amazon Prime or something. But it's on one of those streaming services. You could go back and watch the 1960s version, and obviously the Twilight movie in the 1980s with like John Lithgow and the airplane scene with the gremlin. I mean, probably one of my favorite scenes ever of a Twilight
Yeah.
movie. So I mean, that's got to be like one of the most iconic scenes of any movie ever. Um, and I think Twilight Zone actually came back in like the 2020s with the new series. I haven't seen any of those yet though, but I'd obviously have to go. with Tales from the Crypt. If you want to throw in a third one, how about any of the Tales from the Dark Side, either movie or TV show?
I'll say another show. If you're a Twilight Zone fan, there's this show called Night Gallery that's also from the '60s. It's really weird, but I love it. It's like
Yeah.
out there. It's like a series after the Twilight Zone. It's called Night Gallery. It's pretty cool. If you like Twilight Zone, you'll love that.
Yeah, there's a Santa Claus episode. I know it's Tales from the Dark Side had it, and I think Tales from the Crypt ripped it off, where like this mental patient escapes, and he takes on the Santa Claus outfit and breaks into this home, and after the wife murders her husband, the Santa Claus breaks into the home, and the wife is trying to fight off this serial killer, mental escape patient, but she can't call the police because she just murdered her husband on the couch. So, and at
Mm.
the end, she just thought that she defeated this guy, and finds out that her child just invited the serial killer into the home, but thinking it's Santa Claus. And Tales from the Dark Side and Tales from the Crypt both made that exact same episode, and that might have actually been like the pilot episode of each series. But that's again one of my favorites because that's something you actually recall from both series. So that was actually pretty darn good.
Yeah, definitely, man. Like, coincidentally, both shows are something I used to watch with my dad when I was young. And Tales from the Crypt, we always catch that every time it was on. I even watched that cartoon they came out with, the Tales from
Yeah.
the Crypt cartoon.
Yep.
Yeah, it was, but I love the Crypt Keeper. I love the whole idea. The stories were awesome. In Twilight Zone, sort of the same thing. I know they didn't have the Crypt Keeper, but just those types of stories always like interest me, like like time bending and like different type of sci-fi, not like, you know what I mean, but also with a creepy like undertone.
Yep. What's funny? Tales from the Crypt. They actually used the same doll, or at least used the same eyes, and they may have. And I think they actually used the same doll itself, though. Chucky. When they burnt the Chucky doll, I think they used the same one for the Tales from the Crypt for the Crypt Keeper. So, and I actually saw that in a post probably a couple years back. So if you look at the eyes, it's the same one. And I'm like, that is creepy as hell, and that's freaking cool as hell. And so the good guy doll, same one. I'm like, that is interesting. So I love those facts. But John Kassir, who played the Crypt Keeper, one of the most iconic voices ever. So one, I love that right there. Also, Tales from the Crypt Keeper, or yeah, Tales from the Crypt Keeper, the actual cartoon. I never knew that even existed. Like I was watching the New Age Revolution, and during like one of his room tours a few years ago, he had that like right in the background, and he kind of glanced over it just for a moment, and I'm like, what the hell is that? And he kind of like I said, talked about it for like half a second, and that was it. And I'm like, I gotta pick that up. But he's like, they're like $5 figures. I'm like, okay, I'll buy those. They're pretty badass. There's only like 8 of them in the series.
Hmm.
I started buying them. They're like $40 a piece. I'm like, what happened to these
Damn.
$5, junk bin figures you were talking about? I'm thinking, okay, $5 figures, $8, 8 figures in the set, $40, not bad at
Hmm.
all.
Yeah.
$300 later, I finally completed the set. I'm like, God damn.
Oh,
And
shit.
no, they were
Oh,
not
man.
not $200, like $300 or $400 for the whole set. Like I
Oh,
said,
jeez.
40 plus dollars a piece,
Wow.
plus shipping, plus taxes. Again, buying them all off eBay. You gotta spend like 300-400 bucks. I'm like, damn, that was more money than I ever wanted to spend on those damn things. But I
Yeah,
mean, they were
especially
pretty good.
when you're going in thinking $40. Big difference when it's 10 times,
Yeah,
for sure.
you ain't
But
kidding.
that I was just saying, like the Tales of the Crypt, just that laugh, like that's just recognizable. You can hear that, and most people should know what that is. When he cackles like that,
Mhm.
I love that. That's like so awesome. Like just that laugh alone, like I love that show.
Absolutely. Let's see what we got here. I grew up on
Mm,
Tales of the Crypt. Tiebreaker. I think I more. Oh man, my eyes are freaking killing me. Woo. give the edge to really Twilight Zone. Only because Twilight Zone, I think most people are familiar with Twilight Zone, um, generational because it's again for the amount of decades it's been on the air. I mean, you could be Boomer, you could be Generation X, Millennial, doesn't matter. Anybody is going to be familiar with the Twilight Zone.
I also would look back too because The Simpsons would take a lot of things from like Twilight Zone.
Yeah,
Like even the Gremlin thing with the airplane, they did that too. I think it was out
yeah,
of Treehouse of Horror. But yeah, like Simpsons actually, because and then I look back and it would be like I said with Tales of the Crypt, and it's coincidental because Twilight Zone was the other show we watched together. The two shows. So that was a really interesting question.
yeah. Hey, proper. Not ignoring the chat. Just takes us some time to get to each of the messages. Yeah, GG. You pretty much hit it on the spot right there. That's too funny. Shoot, Manel, I'm just doing so well right now, but this last week I only went down like maybe like 2.5 pounds, and I'm like pissed off. The last week I went down like 5, and I'm like, damn. So I know I can't go down like 5 every week, but still, I mean, I want to see like drastic progress, and when you want to go down like 2.5 pounds, it's like shoot, you want to kind of see that 5 pound weight loss every week. And when you lose like 2.5 pounds, like if I had lost like 2.5 pounds the previous week, went down another 2.5, like I would have been like through the roof happy, right? And but when you have like this huge number, you want to continuously see that huge number. So and going back to if I go back to adding alcohol to my live streams, I know I'm gonna start to plateau again, and I don't want to do that. But like I said, once I get to back to around February or so, I should be at my goal, and I'll start probably incorporating maybe once a week or something. And like I said, or like you recommended, not heavy. Probably add like I don't know, like maybe a martini a glass or something. And if I do like a 2 hour live stream, if I finish that martini in the first 20 minutes, so be it. That'll be it for the live stream or for the drinking. Fog or mist? Only because the only thing I can remember about the fog is the Tom Welling remake. I don't know if I ever saw the original, but the mist, I'm pretty sure the mist was a remake, but the 2000s mist remake, that ending was so freaking sad where the guy kills, the couple at the end and then kills his own son just to find out that everybody's been saved. That's some straight up bullshit. Who was that? Was that the Jane dude? The guy from 61. Jane, something Jane. Thomas Jane, was that his name? Um, so I'm gonna say The Mist. I mean, that movie was absolutely was insanely good. I mean, that's gotta be like one of my most highest rated movies ever. So The Mist, 100% for me. Stalin, you're choosing The Fog, and I can't go with The Fog. I mean, like I said, The Fog, it wasn't a bad movie, but the Tom Welling remake, it just wasn't. It was okay. It wasn't a bad movie. It just wasn't like all that great. Like it wasn't. It wasn't a comparable, mind, life altering movie like The Mist was. The Mist has a nice twist at the end, though. Oh man, did I just ruin the movie for somebody? Bands, movies, and TV shows. That's what's up right there.
Yeah.
The Exorcist or Paranormal Activity. Hmm.
Oh. Um. mm. Yeah, that's a tough one actually. I'm gonna go Exorcist. I'm gonna go Exorcist by a slight margin though, because I like Paranormal Activity too.
I mean, Exorcist only because of the history.
Yeah,
That's
that's where I went. Yep.
because it's a classic.
Mm-hmm.
Paranormal
Definitely.
Activity, though, you got to think about it this way: the movie cost like $1,000 to make, and it made like $100 million.
Yeah,
So you gotta respect that part.
for sure. Definitely, man.
I want a bought in Shadow LJN figure for Christmas.
Yeah.
Once upon a time that could have probably happened, but right now I don't think that's possible. You know what? Halloween and Friday the 13th, I don't know about that because I'm torn. Like, I would always say I was a Halloween first fan, but Friday the 13th, I at least say that the remakes of Halloween were far superior than the remake of Friday the 13th. So, I mean, Rob Zombie freaking killed the Halloween remakes. I mean, those were, like I said, I think Rob Zombie is a cinematic genius.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with the Devil's Rejects and those films, and then the Halloween movies, I mean, pure genius. So, I mean, his music, I could be like, meh, I'm indifferent about, but his movies, freaking brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Definitely.
so I'll probably go with Halloween, but Friday the 13th, I mean, Jason, I mean, same thing with Freddy. I mean, it's like choosing like, Freddy or Jason, Michael or Jason, or Jason or Freddy, Hellraiser or Freddy. Like all these movies, it's like it's really hard to pick a favorite. But I'll have to go Halloween, and Alien Predator. I'll probably go Alien, but Predator. I will always root for Predator if that makes sense.
I hear you. Halloween, I mean, Michael Myers is an obvious badass. I mean, everyone knows that. But like, I go Friday the 13th. I just like the going into the dreams aspect. I think that's really cool with Freddy.
Yeah. All right. Evil Ted 2 or Evil. I'm gonna go original, or Evil Dead 2 or Return of the Living Dead.
Mm.
Evil Dead 2, I don't know. That was the one where he gets kicked back in time, right? Like I don't really remember that. I only remember the scene where he's like in the Coliseum and he gets like the damn chainsaw. So I really don't remember that movie at all. Return of the Living Dead. I actually just rewatched those movies probably like last year. And I think that's like probably the first time I probably saw the movies in their completion. Like I remember Return of the Living Dead 3 because of Melinda Clark or Melissa Clark. Is it no, Melinda Clark. Or is it both? But I know the chick from the OC. It's funny. I know her more from the OC than I do from Return of the Living Dead. But I mean, that's where I first saw her was in that movie, part 3. But I don't think I ever saw the first 2 movies straight through. And I realized that 2 of the actors that actually died in the first movie, they actually were brought back to play different roles in the second movie. And I'm like, they're really horrible actors. Why the heck were they brought back for part 2? And I think they died in very similar ways in the second movie too. But I'm gonna say Return of the Living Dead though. But how far back am I? Oh, I'm not too far back. But I am
Yeah.
going to pause. If you guys would like to pause on the comments, because I am going to move on to the uh, next thing up for discussion, which is the Barista Cold Cup. I don't know if you guys have seen that bullshit, but that's got to be the dumbest damn thing in the world right now. And this is falling in line with the damn Stanley Cups from last year. The Barista Cold Cup, which is the 20-ounce glass tumblers at Starbucks. They're the 2025 holiday collection. And these things are selling for $30 at Starbucks. So people are like showing up at Starbucks at like 4 o'clock in the morning. Like it's not even Black Friday yet, and people are just lining up trying to kill each other for these damn little glass cups, yay big, and killing each other for these damn things. And they're getting back and they're getting on eBay and charging like $500 for these little suckers. But you know what? I'm not even mad about this stuff anymore because once upon a time I used to be mad. Like if I saw somebody grab a Mattel LJN figure and have like a black card Hulk Hogan, jump on eBay and sell it for $500, I'd be like, you know what? They're scalpers. That's freaking annoying. I hate that. But now I'll look at it and be like, you know what? If I've got something and I'm taking this baseball, and let's say this is just an ordinary baseball, and it's worth $3, and I put this up on eBay for $500. Is it worth $500? No, it's a $3, $5 baseball. What? It's a $5 baseball, and if I'm selling for $500, why am I going to be mad about somebody charging $500 for it? If somebody wants to pay $500 for it, oh well, that's on them. Maybe that person is just, hey, I don't want to sell this. But if somebody wants to pay $500 for it, I will give it to them in a heartbeat.
Mm.
So maybe that's just all that they're doing. Hey, I got this glass bear from Starbucks. I don't want to sell it, but if somebody wants to give me all their money for it, hey, all the power to you. Here it is.
Yeah.
So that's probably all. So when people like are doing these news reports, they're selling for $400 on eBay, $500 on eBay, $275 on eBay, $250 on eBay. No, they're not really selling for $500. That's what people are listing them for. Now, if somebody actually, recent sold prices, $500, then we could talk. But you can't look at listed prices $500 and be like, oh, they're selling on eBay for $500. That doesn't tell you anything. So, but that's exactly what people are doing. And then you think last year, around what was it, Valentine's Day, when they were selling those Stanley Cups for like, again, $500.
Yeah.
And what were those, like $30 back in the day, $20 from like Target? I'm like, how insane was that?
Yeah.
And the price dropped on those suckers in like 2 weeks. And all these people on eBay that were buying them up for hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and they were like a month later, they were down selling for like $20 and $30 on eBay.
That almost reminds me, if you remember, like some years back, where those Disney VHS like Diamond Classics, there was like a thing with that where one of them sold for like $20,000 for some reason. So people started collecting all the Disney VHSs with the little diamonds on the side, and that was a thing for a while. And I was
Jesus.
like, wow, man, people will just they'll buy anything.
And I think I actually have, and those are those clamshells, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah.
And I
I
actually
mean, they
got a
might be
bunch of those.
worth something someday, but like 10 years ago, like it was like supposedly a sale like 20 G's. I don't know. Don't quote me on that, but something ridiculous.
That's
Yeah,
nuts.
I don't.
But I actually bought a bunch of those clamshells, those Disney clamshells, thinking that they're actually worth money. So like, and because also trying to build my VHS collection. I don't care about Disney movies, but
Yeah,
my wife does. She's the Disney fan, and I figured I'd buy a bunch of those Disney movies for her.
that's nice. Yeah.
She doesn't want them. She wants she wants Blu-ray and DVDs and stuff, but I don't care about that stuff. I love the fact that I've always said this about VHS. If I plug my VHS in and I'm watching a movie and I'm 47 minutes and 22 seconds in and I got to go somewhere and I take that VHS out, and I want to come back and I want to watch that movie again, guess what? I plug that VHS in. I can continue watching exactly where I left off. I don't have to take that DVD out and put it in and go searching for where I left off before, and have to go through all of these chapters or fast forward, 47 minutes in or whatever. So I will always be a VHS first fan.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I that's what I grew up with. That's what I'd make like wrestling. I'd make like clips off of wrestling, do VCR to VCR recording. That's how like I started out in the 90s. I'd take all the funny stuff and just put it on
Yeah.
a 6 hour tape. And me and my friends would just watch it. And I called it the greatest shits. So it was a good time. Yeah, I take all just the funny stuff out of context stuff and line it up clip by clip just over like the whole thing. But yeah, that's a primitive editing.
That's freaking awesome. uh, let's see what we got here. Rolling Stones or Black Sabbath. I think I passed that up. Only because of Ozzy, I'd have to go with Black Sabbath. And we did the Evil Dead already.
Okay.
Let's see. AI, I think is Sediment. I'm not sure what that was in reference to. Sleepwalkers or Tucker and Dale. I've never seen Tucker and Dale. If Sleepwalkers is the Brian Krause movie, that one is really good. I enjoyed that one with all the cats. So, and that one was who was that? I almost called him R.L. Stein. R.L. Stein is terrible. I mean, back in the day with Goosebumps, like his stuff was fine, but like he tried coming out with a what was the freaking movie that he has out now? Pumpkinhead. R.L. Stein came out with the Pumpkinhead movie. I'm like, I'm sorry, but he is not a good horror movie, horror icon. Like you do not put him in line with Wes Craven and like John Carpenter and guys like that. I'm sorry. So, but who the hell was I just talking about? Sleepwalkers. Damn.
Yeah.
Who?
No, I haven't seen Tucker or Dale either, but I've seen Sleepwalkers, so I have to go that on that one because I haven't seen Tucker and Dale.
The damn. Who's the author for Sleepwalkers and Rose Red and all those freaking books? Carrie and all that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Somebody help me out. I'm freaking drawing a blank. One of the most famous freaking authors in the world, and I can't remember. Stephen King. Jesus Christ, why couldn't I remember his name? Stephen
Oh, yeah.
freaking King. Like duh. It shows you where my mind goes sometimes. All right. Just
Hey,
got
Fly the L, is that Ash? Is that the zombie sailor one? I'm assuming because of how you described it, but I was just wondering.
shotgun and chainsaw for a hand. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's that zombie. Yeah.
Yeah, we saw
I
it
was
on
thinking
set.
of that. I was thinking of that one for like in my in my Fig Fed crowd. That would look pretty cool actually. But I'm waiting for it to. I'm trying to get it at a better price, but maybe I'll be waiting a while. Who knows?
They always just end up being too wacky at one point, so I'll go with Tucker and Dale. The Stand. American Werewolf in London or The Howling. You see, that right there is always a tough one for me because I love werewolf movies and they never seem to come up with enough werewolf movies. For me, I always put it in this order. I always say, I say The Howling comes in at number 3. I say American Werewolf in London comes in number 2. And goddamn, phone is super freaking loud. and I say Dog Soldiers come in at number one. So that's my breakdown for favorite werewolf movies. But uh, I mean, they're all iconic. So at least The Howling has a lot more werewolf movies. But once you get past part three with the marsupials, goddamn, shut up, damn thing, super freaking loud. Uh, once you get with Howling, once you get past part three with the marsupials, I mean, they really, I don't really enjoy anything past part three. Like they get really freaking stupid after that, and I don't even really consider them werewolf movies. Like once you get to the castle and all the other stuff, like in part four, part five, and just the remakes, just they're stupid. But American Werewolf in Paris with the CGI, which was absolutely horrendous. But I mean, at least it was a good movie. It was an adequate movie. They That movie was incredible. Howling had one of the best transformation scenes, though. Yeah, I mean, with David and American Werewolf in London, I mean, the pain he feels during the transformation scene, that right there has got to be my favorite werewolf transformation scene ever. But so, I mean, that right there, like I said, that's got to be number one. And I like that they used the same. Who was it? What was the guy? The guy that's um, was it Michael Landis or yeah, I think it was Michael Landis that also did Thriller. So or did the makeup for Michael Jackson's Thriller video. So that was also pretty incredible.
Yeah, definitely. Haven't seen The Howling personally, but I saw Werewolf in London. So
I barely remember that one. Let's see what happened to WWE. Are you asking what happened to the wrestling chat, or are you asking what happened to the sport in general?
because that's a good question too. I'd like to know the answer to that one.
The new say is turning into a werewolf. I'm telling you, man, Dee Wallace, like she was like probably the biggest star in the 1980s. I know a lot of people probably say someone like Kim Cattrall maybe was like a major star in the 80s or Molly Ringwald or someone, but I would say Dee Wallace was probably like the biggest star of the 1980s. I mean, everything from like Cujo to like E.T. to like The Howling. I mean, what was the other movie? Even Critters. Like she was freaking everywhere. So freaking Dee Wallace, man. Like who would have thunk it? Creep Show or Tales from the Dark Side? Just talking about Tales from the Dark Side. I'm gonna go with Creep Show because I like Creep Show, but I always liked part two. With the was it part two or is it part three? I think it was part two with the raft. That thing always freaked me the hell out when I was a kid, and with that damn black goo, and of course with the damn Indian, the wooden Indian that came alive and scalped the dude. I could never remember what the hell movie that was when I was young. Like I didn't learn about what the hell movie that was until like I became like maybe in my 20s or something, like probably mid or late 20s when I found that movie. I think I found that movie at Suncoast too, Creep Show or Creep Show 2. Or maybe I found it on Chiller, I don't remember, but so what about Nightmare on Elm Street? One of the most brilliant movies ever. Videodrome or Videodrome? Nightmare on Elm Street or Shocker? Ooh. I like Shocker, but come on.
Yeah. Oh wow,
I
yeah.
mean, Nightmare on Elm Street, there's no comparison. Scotch or American whiskey, Coke or Pepsi,
Oh
Sarah
man.
Michelle Gellar or Jennifer Love Hewitt.
I used to be an American whiskey guy back in my day, and I have to say, I'll go with Coke. The drug, not the drink. No, I'm just kidding.
That Killer Santa Claus was Tales from the Crypt, but they got it from the '70s horror show. Yeah, was that Tales from the Dark Side, wasn't it? Either the movie or the TV show, the Killer Santa Claus with the escaped mental patient. Because I know it was a Tales from the Crypt episode, but I'm pretty sure it was a Tales from the Dark Side as well, if I'm not mistaken. He always takes 2 shots at me. uh, uh, hmm. Night Gallery, did he?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's why I was like, it was like after the Twilight Zone, then it was like Night Gallery. I watched the ones from the 80s. I watched actually, there's like that new one I think you mentioned before. I saw some of that, but I can't touch the original. Night Gallery is really good, though.
Classy Freddie Blassie. Who's going for any zombie sailor figures anymore? Oh man, you guys see that new CM Punk? Like they did something with the head where he went from like to like.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
wow.
That head, like, and it's sad because like the Mattel Retro like kicks its ass pretty much.
I'm like, that's so weird. But no, man. I'm like, I can't do it. I mean, I'm not buying anything from them anymore. Like I've already said. I mean, I'm not buying stuff in general, but oh man, this right here, this got me mad. This got me so frustrated. I mean, generally, I don't care who you are, any type of relationship. No man should be talking to his wife like this, and no wife, especially, well, because I don't want my wife talking to me like this. This is why I don't like seeing any other man's wife talking to them like that. So, I mean, if I put myself in this man's shoes, that's why I can relate, I guess. But this is a I guess he's a famous comedian. I've never heard of him, but not until I kind of saw this post or saw this video. He is a comedian. His name is Akash Singh, and he might very well possibly have one of the worst wives on the planet. Now, I've said before, I don't want people talking bad about my wife, so I don't generally like to talk negative about other people's wives. But he might have the worst wife on the planet. Okay. Now let's put it this way. You're a working man. You're a comedian. You have this huge, enormous house. I could have stopped at huge, enormous, and somebody could have came in giggity, but um, but he's got this big house. He's got a good profession. Makes good money. He's got status. He's a young guy. He's probably, I imagine he's a good-looking guy. I don't know. I mean, he's got an attractive wife, so I imagine he's got to be somewhat good-looking. Shit. Been married for 10 years, no kids. His wife doesn't work. And I see, and then there's this part of the video where she's like taking up the entire. They got like this massive, like it's an entire bedroom, and it's nothing but clothes. Like it's a closet, but it's a bedroom, but it's a closet. And I'm like, I'm jealous. Like, dude, I want a freaking entire bedroom dedicated to just nothing more than a closet. Like, damn, like you got it like that. Shoot. And this entire bedroom closet is just for her. And I'm like, buddy, I'm right there with you. I know how that feels like because this is my closet. Well, my wife has the nah, master bedroom closet and the hallway closet and the damn office closets. God damn her. I got this little thing here and that little closet in the purple room. Well, she's got all the giant closets. Oh yeah, I got the little closets in the down basement. Uh, so those are my closets. So yeah, I feel them. I know exactly how that feels having your wife take up all of your freaking space. So she's got to have this one. She's like, oh yeah, I got to be able to space my clothes out. You can't have I can't put all my clothes to get bug up together so you could put your clothes in with mine. I gotta be able to space my clothes out. Oh, but you could put your clothes in this little area in this other room. I got nowhere to space my clothes. Oh, you could put your clothes up on the shelves. Those are for my sneakers. I don't know what it is. I'm not a fan of the word sneakers. Like, just say shoes or gym shoes or something. But whatever.
Right, right.
I digress. Oh, another thing. Why is it whenever a man, especially a wealthy man, why is it whenever a wealthy man has a wife that doesn't work, why does every wealthy spouse, why does they all feel like they always have to have their own podcast? Oh,
Yeah.
that is another thing. I really got to upgrade my setup. Here's the thing. Have you seen these podcasts? Like every podcast, they're all the same.
Yeah.
Big, beautiful couches or
Hmm.
big, supersized chairs,
Yeah.
and they're all, like, in socks or pajama pants or, like, joggers, and they're
Yeah.
all, like, sitting on it like so. Ow, that hurt my back.
Yeah. Yeah. Man.
Oh, I am an old
Watch
man.
out.
But but they're all, like, sitting on it like so, right? Oh, they're, like, sitting with their feet all up and stuff, and this damn chick, no respect for her husband, no respect for what he provides, the safety and security that he brings for the life that he gives her or nothing, man. Okay, she's sitting on her podcast. He's sitting in it with her, with one of his friends, and she's up there humiliating him, talking about how she'd like to smash his friend and everything right in front of him. I'm like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. Another podcast, she's with her friend talking about how she was getting, getting trains run on her while she was in college for 5 years and stuff like that. I'm like, this is a pretty freaking trashy girl right here. Uh, and I'm like, it just shows you don't no matter how much status you have, no matter how successful you are, how much money you make in this life, you still cannot do enough in this world to appease certain people. So this woman, like, that is just absolutely unbelievable. You would go on to this public forum in front of, I don't know how many people watch her show. It could be tens, it could be hundreds, it could be millions. I mean, how many people are going to post or repost that or talk about it? Um, and how many people are gonna absolutely humiliate this official, right? And somebody made a comment, and I had to write it down because I'm like, it's sad, but it's funny as hell, and it's true. What did they say? They said that this guy was oh, this guy Akash Singh. He hosts his own podcast called the Flagrant Podcast. And somebody said that he was the Indian version of emasculation of Will Smith.
Wow.
I'm like, basically, in a nutshell, yes. I mean, look at what Jada has done to Will, and that's sad. But yeah,
Dude, I got the bad news of the phone dying. Usually it can last a little longer, but I just got that message. I'm trying to check it off.
oh, you're good, bud. I mean, I could probably keep talking about other stuff if you want. Otherwise, we can end the show here, and I could save the rest of this stuff for next week if you want.
Yeah, man. Yeah, when I get this message, usually I just didn't want to cut out on you in the middle and like with no explanation. I'm just black screen, you know.
Yeah, you're good. Like I said, I mean, I could either keep going if you want to, tune back in. Like, if you want to charge it, come back in like half an hour or so.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
I'll charge up the phone, and if you're still going, yeah, I'll pop back in. But if not, yeah, don't worry, no worries. I'll catch you. If not, I
yeah,
understand, man. Yeah, let me
yeah.
see if I can charge this up. If not, we can definitely catch up next week.
All right, sounds good, man.
All right, brother, I'm gonna charge this up.
All right, man.
If
I'll
I
talk to you
don't
soon.
see you, thank you. Have a good night.
Absolutely. All right, bro.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Yeah, man, we're only about an hour. Where we at? An hour, 11 minutes. I mean, we had a good solid live stream so far, but right now we got about 3 out of 7 topics I wanted to talk about. So I really wish I could send out like other links to folks to join the live stream. So that way we got like maybe multiple live streamer or multiple guys on the live stream simultaneously. But I thought I had my tablet plugged in on Saturday, but it was down from. Yeah, man. I noticed that even when I'm not even doing something like a live stream or anything like that, this phone, which is supposed to have like a lot of freaking energy on this phone, it dies out like super freaking fast. I don't have to watch TikTok videos or anything like that. I could just be on it. I could just have the light on a little bit higher, and that exerts a whole lot more power. So it's kind of weird, But whatnot. Need to test out having 3 at a time for a live stream. Maybe one day, maybe Wednesday. So I'm just trying not to have too many people on at once, only because I don't know how it's gonna look on the stupid cell phone. But hey, maybe. Trying to see which is a good one here. You know what? Let's kick into this other one. I like this one. This one I find it to be hilarious. I don't know who this guy is. I am not familiar with this content creator. I've only come across his channel via other content creators who've been talking about, who kind of brought this up. But I've kind of brought this up in past videos, past live streams. Not this particular streamer, but I've always said YouTube or TikTok, Tumblr, Twitch, any of these platforms that people stream on. I'm like, look, guys, none of this stuff is that serious, right? Don't ever come onto these platforms with the thought process that you're gonna be making money right off the bat. If you come on here to these platforms with the thought, man, I'm doing this for fun. I want to make videos. I want to talk to people. I want to enjoy myself. I want to meet interesting people, have interesting conversations. You're going to enjoy yourself. And that's what it should be about. But if you come with the thought process like, hey, man, I want to turn this into a business. I want to get paid for my work. you're gonna probably be really disappointed in the outcome. A couple years back, I saw this video about this chick. She goes into this restaurant, right? And she, I don't know what she's on, like Twitch or something, and she's playing some kind of video game, World of Warcraft, some bullshit. I don't know. And she's on stream bitching and crying because nobody's donating to her account. You know, wah wah wah. I'm playing all day for you guys and nobody's donating to me, wah wah wah. But you know, you guys are donating to so and so and he's horrible, wah wah wah, whatever. Well, check and we fast forward to today, modern day representation. There's this 43-year-old streamer who gets on his platform, starts wailing because oh daddy oh tells him that he has to stop streaming and get himself a freaking job. He don't want to get a job. He wants to stream for a living. And so he's so distraught by the fact that he has to go back to work, that he has to share these feelings with the world and cry on screen. Motherfucker, you're 43 goddamn years old. Get over yourself. How humiliating. I can't cry in front of my wife. Like, I don't know, like, is that I don't know if I'm like trying to be manly or anything like that, but yeah, I mean there's certain things like I don't know, like I don't want to appear weak in front of my wife, I guess. So yeah, like I would not cry in front of my wife. So I don't think for as long as I've known her, I don't think I ever have. Now, like I said, if anything happens to my boy and when the time comes, that's gonna be a different case because like I said, that's essentially my son right there. And that's something that's going to, you know, devastate me beyond words and emotion and whatnot. So that might be a time when things change in that respect in that regard. But and if I decide and if that happens, I'm probably gonna take, you know, a few weeks off, a couple weeks off. I don't know. At that point, I probably won't even feel like making videos or doing live streams. And I'll let you guys know, hey, some shit happened. Um, not in a position or mood of doing live streams or making videos. Taking some time off. And if that happens, I you guys will pretty much know, hey, something bad like that happened. So and if you guys ask me about it and I decide to talk about it, if I end up breaking down on stream, that'll be a justification, you know, for sadness, you know, or that'll be a legitimate reason for tearing up, right? But something like this, crying on stream because hey, I mean, what the hell is he doing? You're 40, you're 43 years old and you still live at home. I'm thinking about that, man. What the hell's your dad doing knocking on your freaking door telling you to get a damn job at 40? Now, there's no shame to anybody that still lives at home if you're still if you're going through some trouble like financial or otherwise, because I've got friends that are 40 plus and live at home. That's so and you know they've gone through some problems where they have to live at home, whether they've gone through emotional problems, mental problems, physical problems, otherwise. Uh, Or it's becoming like a necessity where they have to be with their parents and whatnot. So, but this dude, he seems more than capable of, you know, surviving on his own. That's what I'm That's what I'm thinking of. That's what my issue is with this particular dude. And video I watched, like it was like kind of like a reaction video from Osmongold, and that guy kind of like really freaking tore into him. So I'm actually taking it pretty easy based on how in comparison. So it's kind of funny, man. The dad was like, "Put the fries in the bag." Essentially, yeah. uh, that was so good though. Streamer cries live on stream because dad told him to get a job. Crazy, right? Oh, I'm gonna skip ahead a couple because this one I hear is a fun one. New California law has just come out. I don't know if you guys heard about this one that says that so new California law requires that booster seats are required for ages for kids and teens ages 8 to 16. You heard me right. California state law requires that 8-year-olds to ages 8 to 16 require booster seats. Well, what the fuck is going on with ages 0 to 7? They're a car accident, you just want those little son of bitches to die? Do they not deserve to live? Where the hell are their damn booster seats? And freaking car seats and whatnot. My question is, if you get a full-on driver's license at age freaking 16, what the hell are you getting a goddamn booster seat in the back seat? Now, I kind of read up a little bit on this, not a whole lot, just for like 2 seconds. So I don't have all the facts. Don't really care. I don't live in California. Have no intention of going to California ever. Could care less. So from what I gathered is that this law doesn't officially go into effect until like January 1st of 2027. And secondly, I think it's for people only under 4 feet tall. So that explains a lot, right? And if you are a little person and you're 16 years old or you're 50 years old, it doesn't matter, and you're a driver and you're still gonna need a booster seat, right? So it doesn't matter. But that's what they're trying to say. If you're in the back seat, you're a passenger. It's for the protection. So that is what the booster seats are for safety reasons. But it's just kind of embarrassing to say you got to put a 16-year-old in a goddamn booster seat. When I think booster seat, man, I think going to a restaurant and getting one of those damn kitty chairs, one of those tall kitty chairs. I don't mean to laugh, but I don't care. In the words of freaking Larry the Cable Guy, I don't care who the hell you are. That's funny right there. Oh, guys. I suppose you could make money streaming, but to do so, you probably have to treat it like a real job. And hope random people subscribe to your channel. Yeah, pretty much. What the hell was that girl's name? Like all these, like there's so many of these damn streaming sites. Like I said, like I'm just learning about this stuff over the years. Otherwise, like if I didn't watch all these other channels, I wouldn't even learn about this stuff. Like the quartering, he's on this thing called Rumble. Like I would never even know what the hell Rumble was. But like the stuff like Twitch, like people have told me, hey, you get on Twitch. No, I mean, I don't play video games. I don't know how to use that crap, right? Uh, could I create accounts for these sites and do other live streams? Maybe. Could I potentially have more success than doing it on YouTube? Perhaps. I mean, what are the viewers like on these platforms? I don't know. Today I thought about possibly setting up a second camera and doing a dual live stream on both YouTube and TikTok. I've never done a TikTok live stream, so maybe I would have more views on TikTok. Maybe it would bring in more subscribers for both my accounts. But I'm more familiar with YouTube, right? So when you're doing something for the first time, it's kind of nerve wracking. So you kind of want to stick with what you're familiar with. So I kind of stuck with the safety of YouTube because again, but maybe at some point I will. Maybe I won't do a YouTube live stream one week or one day, or maybe I'll do a live stream, but I won't do it on YouTube. Maybe I'll do it on TikTok. But if that happens, I'll at least let you guys know ahead of time, and that way you guys will try and find me, or I'll put up a link somewhere. What else we got? Oh, this chick. All of these stories, man. You guys, I'm pretty sure have all heard these stories already. These have been around for at least a good couple of weeks, and I've been wanting to talk about this stuff for a while. Like I've been saying at the beginning of the video, I didn't want to talk about this stuff in just a regular old video because you've seen my videos lately. I am not really interested in making regular videos anymore. Really, the only videos I've been putting out lately are tournament videos, and that's pretty much it. It's pretty much well, I'm still doing shorts, but they're like special request videos that people, hey, I want to see this from you, and I make those shorts on a daily basis. But otherwise, lives are pretty much it for me, and I'd rather talk about this stuff during live streams than regular videos anyway. So this school teacher, not really a school teacher, she's a substitute. And whether you're a main school teacher or a substitute, you're supposed to have some kind of command, right? You're supposed to have some kind of command, some kind of order in the classroom. And oh no, I just let the students do whatever they want. I'm like, what kind of presence? What the hell is even the point of even having a teacher in the classroom if you're just gonna let the teachers walk all or let the students walk all over you? If you're not even gonna take control, if you're just gonna let the students do whatever they want, you serve no purpose in the classroom whatsoever. But this quote teacher, she posts this TikTok being all lazy. Oh, this is me being lazy throughout my day. This is me at 12 a.m. because she's so freaking stupid. She doesn't know how to count. Doesn't know that 12 a.m. is midnight, not noon, because she's so freaking stupid. I hate that. That's so freaking ignorant. But again, she's talking about noon, not midnight. But she says 12 a.m. Anyways, in her video, she says, quote, "Damn, shorty. Geesh. These school kids trying to take me down." And based on those quotes, you guys know exactly the situation of what video I'm talking about. It's a viral TikTok video. And she's a lesbian school teacher. I mean, is that relevant? Kind of. She's just kind of like, flirting with the female student that's in her video. She's basically talking about if she had the opportunity to have sex with these students, she would, and they're underage students, so take her down, as in get arrested. Pretty obvious, right? I mean, there's no reading between the lines. I mean, it's pretty freaking clear the intention and the meaning in her words. But she gets on TikTok and she's trying to defend herself and she's trying to gaslight people and trying to make it seem like that's not what it meant. This is the speech, this is how I talk. The students know me, they know my intentions and yada yada yada. I'm like, dude, shut the hell up. You can try and sugarcoat it all you want. Everyone and their mom knows what the hell your intentions were. Everybody knows what your meanings were. Nobody, like I said, nobody has to read between the lines. It is freaking clear as day what you were trying to say, what you were saying, what you did say. So she was bitching and complaining because she lost her job. I mean, you should have just lost your job because you were filming a damn TikTok video during working hours. I mean, forget the fact that you're a school teacher. There's not a job on the planet that you wouldn't or shouldn't have lost your job because you are filming TikTok during while you're on the clock. You don't think literal doctors, medical doctors, nurses, they lose their jobs out because they film TikTok videos while on duty. You don't think you're gonna lose your job as a substitute teacher and a freaking child predator? Get the hell out of here with that shit. Unbelievable, right? Oh man. Absolutely no freaking accountability. Insane. All right, guys. So the last discussion I had for today. TikTok mom bitches about parking spot next to the cart return. I mean, that one is pretty clear, cut and dry. So, sorry, I always got stuffy nose. Yeah, sorry. So I don't know about everybody else, but like when I go shopping, I know everybody likes to like park up front as close to the door as possible. I generally like to like I don't drive to the front, go to the front and then drive towards the back, and park in the closest spot. Like when I go shopping, like I will start from the back and work my way forward towards the front, and I'll find I'll pull into the spot from the back, first spot I see open. And normally, if there is a spot right next to the cart return, I'll pull into that spot because I'll pull into that spot for multiple reasons. Number one, if I pull into the spot next to the cart return, there's not a car parked next to me, right? So there's no opportunity for a car to my right to hit my door. So there's only a car to my left. So if somebody opens their door, there's only one car opportunity to hit to damage the side of my doors. So that's reason one. Reason two, when I return my cart, it's literally right next to me. So two bonuses. And number three, I mean, like I said, because I start from the back, I like to leave the front open because for older people, I like to leave it for them, obviously. Um, I kind of feel like if you're a younger person, you want to walk further distance, whatever. Not necessarily my main focus, but sometimes that's kind of a reason, I guess. But anyways, but this mom, she's like bitching, like, "Oh, this spot should always be left open for parents with kids." What the hell, parent? First off, no. Who gives a flying F if you are a parent with a it's first come, first serve, okay? Whether you have kids or not is irrelevant. I'm sorry. It would be nice if you were a parent and you had kids and you just put all your kids in the car. You unloaded the groceries or whatever you had, put the kids in the car, and you just put the cart right in the cart return. Didn't have to go that very far. That would be awesome. But there is no unwritten rule that says that is only for parents with kids. That is absolutely the most boneheaded thing I've ever heard in my life. And the person that put that TikTok up is got to be the biggest joke of the internet of the day. And I am so glad that so many people in the comments was absolutely roasting the hell out of her for being such a joke. So, like, I think like for me, it's like riding the bus, man. Like I love riding the back of the bus. Like you get on the CTA, and when you walk to the back of the bus, like I always pivot to the left side of the bus. I mean, technically, it doesn't matter if you go to the left or right. I always pivot to the left though. So when I sit down and I'm facing the front of the bus, I'd technically be on the right side of the bus. But once I'm sitting the right side of that corner, there you're on that little wheel hub of the bus, right? So you're in the corner and you put your feet up, so you're on that. Your legs are on that little hub of the wheel, and it's just very comforting to be able to put your legs up. So I always love seeing that spot right there. I know a lot of other people, they prefer to sit in, or like during high school, they like to sit in that those little single seats off to the side because nobody else could sit next to you. But I don't know. I didn't like that spot. Like I said, I like the corners in the back of the bus. Plus, whenever the bus hit like a speed bump or something, you kind of bounce up and down. And I always liked those little bumpy rides. Those were fun. It was like a roller coaster ride or something. So, but that was me. Um, that was just like my 2 cents on that topic. I don't know how you guys feel about stuff like that, but yeah, I mean, there were a lot of good things to talk about today, which I really enjoyed. So a lot of really good fun topics, and I think that's pretty much going to be what I'm going to start doing for the live streams is finding a lot of good topics of discussion, and try to put together a good hour and a half to 2 hours of discussion for each of the live streams, and obviously I'll have my co-host. And we'll go through the comments, obviously, and we'll have fun discussions. We'll reach through the comment section, and we'll obviously be able to do better jobs, reaching out with you guys, being able to talk to everybody. So that's pretty much it for now, guys. I don't know if anybody else has any other comments of me, questions of me, or if there's something that you guys would like to talk about. But we're almost an hour 40 in, and I'm ready to call it a day if you guys are. So cool. All right, guys. So I am going to cash it in for the day, guys. As always, I just want to say I do thank everybody for your comments and for tuning in. Hey, yo, man, I always appreciate it, bud. Hey, Dwayne, you're good, man. That's perfectly fine, bud. Yeah, you too, man. Yeah, no worries. Hey, thanks for another fun live stream, Dwayne. I'll definitely see you next Monday, though. Hey, if you want, maybe we could try to do yeah, maybe me, you, and maybe BBA on Wednesday. You know, El's been saying try to have like three guys try and have that live stream on Wednesday or something, and see how that works out. Actually, I'm kind of interested too because I want to see how it pops up on the camera. Will it actually pop up like one, two, and three, or like if we have the four guys, would it have like all four quadrants or what have you? But so we'll see what happens. All right, guys, we're an hour 40 in, and I'm talked out. So I'll talk to you guys in the comments if you guys leave comments later. And otherwise, I will see you guys Wednesday for the live stream with Bone Brick in Action. All right. Take care, everybody.